So hi guys, and welcome back to another class of our course about Shopify and e-commerce. In today's class we are going to talk about deciding what to sell. So until now you guys supposed to know how to choose the right niche, so I expect from you to have chosen the right niche for your product. After that, making a competitor research, and now that you have from 6 to 8 products that you think will work for you, it's time for you to decide what product between those 6 to 8 products you are going to sell on your drop shipping store. So today's class is really to help you out to choose one product to sell on your dropshipping store. You can have two, it's not a big deal. If you're able to split your store and have two products, it can work also. One will be the best because your business your e-commerce will be specialized in one product and maybe add other products. But if you have one or two products on your e-commerce, it can work also. Okay, so decide what to sell. I'm gonna come back. You can have more than 1 to 2 products. You can have 3, but don't have like 10 or 20 different products, because it's gonna be too much for your consumers. So 1 to 2 products is the best. So let's start. How to decide what to sell. So the first thing you want to do is having performed a competitor analysis. So as I said before, you need to have at least from 6 to 8 products that you want to sell. From those, you want to choose from 1 to, let's say, 3 products, 4 products. But once again, you don't want to put the 8 products out on your website. There are people who are cool with me putting a lot of products and drop shipping a lot of stuff, but I'm suggesting, me personally, I start with, let's say, 1, 2, 3 products, and then scale gradually the business and add products when I have traffic. Okay, so step 2. You want to have a product that gives you an interesting profit margin. So when I'm talking about good profit margin, I'm talking from 50 to 150%. So let's say, for example, you buy a drone for $20 from your supplier. You want to sell your drone for at least $30 without the shipping. So the consumer pays the shipping. So from $30 to, let's say, $50. That will be your range of selling. So what you will do, first of all, you need to find suppliers. We will see this in our next course, how to find suppliers. So we mostly gonna dropship from AliExpress. It's not something we hide. So you will have to look on this website. So the first thing is you look on your competition and you look at their price range. So let's say your competition is selling drones. Your competition is selling drones for, let's say, $100. You find the same drone with the same specs, with the same quality at, let's say, $40 from a supplier from China or whatever he is. So you see that your profit margin could be as much as $100, and you can even sell your product for, let's say, $80, and you will still be able to compete against those big businesses that are selling your product for $100, because you have the same type of product with the same quality, or sometimes even better quality, for less. And you're able to make at least 100% profit, because you are buying your product for $40 and you are selling it for $80, which is very, very interesting. Once again, you don't want to make zero profit, or let's say a very small profit. For example, let's say your competition sells the drone for $100, and the lowest you can find on AliExpress is $80 per drone. So you don't want to take this product if it's like this, because your profit margin will be too small. And if your profit margin is too small, your risk will be too high. In case of something happens, or the consumer make a chargeback, or the consumer returns the product or whatever, your profit margin will be too small. And if the profit margin is too small, the risk becomes bigger. So as I said, profit margin between 50 and 150%. If it can be more, it's even better. For example, your competitor is selling your a drone for let's say $100, and you're able to find the same type of drone with the same specs and everything for $20, and you plan to sell it for let's say $80. You're still competitive. You are making 300% profit, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 300% profit, and it's amazing because you're still competitive. Your profit margin is huge. So yeah, that's the type of profit you wanna. That's the type of product you wanna look for. The profit that gives you the highest profit margin. Step 3, you wanna look for a product that don't have a lot of competition. So with the least competitors, how you look for this? You that's through that's through social media, and I'll say Amazon, because Amazon is a huge marketplace. So you can see what's the supply of a certain product. For example, you write down the drones on Amazon, and you find that there is like let's say 1,000 pages of drones, and everyone's selling drones everywhere, and you see that there is not a huge demand for drones. There is like let's say one or two suppliers that get sales, and even them don't have a lot of sales. Well, you don't want to sell this kind of product if you see this, because the supply is too big and there is not enough demand for the product. If you go, for example, on Amazon, you make a research for drones, and this time you find, let's say, 4 or 5 sellers. Once again, it's an extreme example, and those 4 or 5 sellers having each of them 10,000 of drones sold. They only selling drones. This means that you can become the sixth seller and also make money, because there is a small supply. There is a little bit of people that are making the supply, and the demand is huge. Same thing for your e-commerce. If you see, for example, on Amazon is a good how you say it. Amazon is a good way for you to know if a product has a huge supply and a small demand, or the reverse, a huge demand and a small supply. And if it's a huge demand and no supply, and you see that this product is popular on, let's say, social media, you can definitely sell this product on your website, and try to sell it a bit less than the competition, but in the same price range. So as I explained, if the price is too small, some people, well, this will make your consumers think that the product is cheap. Not because the product is necessarily cheap, but because in the mind of people, small price equals no quality. So you want to stay in the same price range as your competition, but just make it, let's say, 5 to 10% less. This will be like the perfect price range for you. So 5 to 10% less than your competition. Product, same quality, same shipping time, same everything. For finding the best products on AliExpress, also you will see this in our next class. So step 4, looking for a different price for different places in the world where the product is popular. So right now the product will maybe not be popular. Let's say you want to sell drones once again, and the product is maybe not popular in the US. But you see that, for example, in Germany or in France, or let's say in any European country, this product is really popular. So what you can maybe try to, let's say, sell this product, because even if he's not popular in the US, he's still popular in, let's say, somewhere in Europe. So it still can be an interesting product to sell. So don't forget to look at different places in the world where the product is popular. And if in those places you don't have a huge supply, this can be really cool. For example, you want to sell drones. You see that there is a huge supply of drones in the US, but let's say in France, there is a small demand for drones. The reverse. In France, there is a small supply for drones, but the demand for drones is huge. So you can try to sell your drones in France. So you will make your e-commerce, well, the drone section of your e-commerce, for people who are from France. So you'll try to target French consumers, so people who are living there. That's what's cool with e-commerce, is that it's worldwide. You can target consumers from all over the world. So let's make a quick summary. First thing, perform your competitor analysis. So that's the things that we saw in our last classes. When that's done, you rank the product with the highest profit margin. How you do this? Through AliExpress, you look at your competition, the specs of their products. For example, you're selling watches or cameras. You look at the specs, you compare the specs with the products that you find on AliExpress, and you see what's the difference between prices. For example, your competitor is selling his product for $80. You find the same one for $20. That's a good thing. If it's $70 and your competitor is selling it for $80, well, it's maybe not worth it because your profit margin will be too small. Step 3, look for a product with least competition. So if you plan to sell in the US, you want a product that doesn't have too much competition, because if it does, it'll be harder for you to compete against the against the leaders in your specific field. For example, you're selling drones, and there is already huge businesses that are selling drones right now in the US. Well, it's gonna be hard for you to compete against those persons. Even if your product is high quality, you don't have like you're not a leader in this industry like them. That's the thing. So you need a product where there is not that much competition. After that, look in different places in the world where the product is popular. For example, if it's not popular in the US, or it's popular in the US but the supply is too big, maybe target another country. For example, Germany or France or Australia or whatever country you can find where the demand for a product is very huge and there is a small supply to no supply at all. So if you are able to find this, and this you will do it through Google Trends. So you just need Google Trends to see, for example, through keyword research, you can find all this. So as I said, do those 4 steps, guys. And from that point, you should have from 1 to 3 products selected for your e-commerce. And when you're in your e-commerce where it will start bringing you sales, this will be time for you to scale it up and have more products. But for the moment, try to focus only on 1 to 3 products max. All right. So see you guys in our next class.